Let me see. This is always a little bit nerve-wracking. I think I'm already live. I'm also a little bit early, 5 minutes early, 4 minutes. Oh well. Let's see if it's working. I think I'm live. 10 seconds. Yeah. Yes, I am live. All right, let's see if there's some other people that are also a little bit early, just like me. And if you can just send me a message in the chat. Oh, I already see people coming. Okay, awesome. I see messages coming in. I hope you can hear me properly. Yes, can somebody confirm if you can hear me? I'm sorry to do this. This is always a little bit the beginning of a live stream. It's been such a long time since I've done a live chat. I can't even remember the last time, but definitely not in season 5 yet. I don't think I've not been live. So I thought, let's give it a go because I have a reasonably good Wi-Fi. So I just wanted to give it a go. And if it's absolutely rubbish, then we're just gonna stop and then, yeah, I'll just have to speak to you in the videos again. All right, I see people from India, from South Africa. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. Lots of people are coming in now. I see lots of hi, hi, hi. Oh, now it's all going really fast. Let me see. Yes, we can hear you very well. Okay, cool. In that case, then I'm not going to wait any longer and I'm just going to start because, yeah, I decided to only do like a 1 hour live chat because actually in an hour my dinner will be delivered here in my room. So, yeah, I only have an hour to chat, but I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can. I just looked at the community page on YouTube because yesterday I posted the announcement and there's over 500 people that already posted questions. So thanks for that. I'm going to try to answer a lot of them. And I also know that a lot of questions have been asked multiple times. So I'm just going to try to group the questions. And I will just start with some of the questions that were asked yesterday already or today on the community tab, and then I'll also try to keep an eye on the live chat and see what's going on there. Oh dear, what am I doing now? Okay, yes, that's all going well. Okay, let me get I prepared some of the questions that you asked me. Let me see. All right. Let me see. The first question I'm going to answer is from Football Corner, and he's asking, or I'm assuming it's a he, have you been enjoying Namibia so far? Yeah, I'm sure it will speak from the videos. I am loving Namibia. I think it's such a fantastic country, and the landscapes are amazing. The people are amazing. So yeah, I'm totally in love with Namibia. Nawa Sabuta is also asking me something about Namibia. Thanks for visiting my country, Namibia. What do you like the most about Namibia? I think the fact that it is so empty and it's just wilderness and desert and just these wide open landscapes. It's just, you don't get that in Europe. Where I'm from, you don't get that. Like, you can't ride for 200-300 kilometers and not see anyone, not see a house, not see nothing, just be in this type of desert. And yeah, that's something that it's just really fascinating to me and I really like. But actually, second, I think what I like most about Namibia is all the amazing geological features. It's just so interesting for me professionally. So that's the other thing that I really like about it. Let me go back to live chat. And then there's a lot of people asking me about plans. So people are saying, asking me which country I'm gonna go next, which places I want to visit in Africa. People are saying, why don't you come to Australia? Why don't you come to the Philippines? So let me talk about this a little bit. Basically, I don't know. I can't answer any of these questions because, well, first of all, a lot of the countries that people tell me, like, please come to this country, I can't. The borders are closed. I have a feeling that a lot of people don't realize that the borders of their country are actually closed. So the choices are just very limited. and you just can't just ride anywhere anymore. And that's the whole thing with making plans as well. That's why I call this season Destination Unknown, because I just don't know where I'll be able to go and what is open and yeah, what is possible basically. So I don't really want to say like, oh, I want to go here, or I'll be visiting this, because chances are that it won't be possible and rules are changing again. And then I have to explain again why I'm not going somewhere. So I just take it day by day, and yeah, I think we all have to try to do that. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't say anything about that. There's also a lot of people asking me about if I'm going to finish the journey to Alaska from Peru. Of course, I want to, but that's another thing that at the moment it's just not possible. The borders are not open. Yes, some are, but most of them are not. So yeah, one day, of course, I want to finish what I started. But yeah, it's not possible yet. So that's all I can say about that. So until that time, I'm just trying to, I don't know, make videos for you here in Africa, on the African continent, and that's all I can, yeah, do at the moment. Let me just go to the live chat a little bit. Aslam Shah is saying, how's your CRF going? Savannah is going strong. I recently wrote a 10,000 kilometer review on my website, itchyboots.com. So if you want to know more about what my thoughts are on Savannah, then you can read it there. But no, I'm really happy with the bike. It's been going really well. Anyway, what is the next? Yeah, so Joni Tebul, what is the country after Namibia? So yeah, all of those questions I just can't answer, and just see what happens. Gutula Vanesh is saying, what is your final destination on riding? I also don't know. People ask me, when are you going to stop? Although I don't really like that question, because why would you want me to stop? But I don't know. I just keep on riding until I'm tired. That's kind of what I think I'll do. And if I'm tired and I don't want to do it anymore, then I'll go and do something else. But for now, I'm not tired yet, so I'll just keep on riding and filming as much as I can. Manish Govinch says, our borders are open. Tanzania, I have similar bike, red and black, 2013 model. Good choice on bike. Yes, Tanzania is open. There are some countries which are open, but further than that, I think already Ethiopia is closed and all of that. So there's also people asking, are you going to ride back to Europe? Well, that's definitely not possible. Western Africa is closed. Northern Africa is closed. So it's only Eastern Africa where some borders are open, but also not all of them. So land border of Zimbabwe is closed. Land border of Angola is closed. So yeah, it's kind of the situation at the moment. Today I reached 800,000 subscribers. Amazing. Yeah, super cool. Thank you all for subscribing and following the journey. I think it's another milestone. 800,000 is a pretty big number. It's kind of crazy, to be honest, how the channel is growing. And yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm always really careful not saying where I am at the moment, because even in Namibia, where there's not a lot of people, I get recognized sometimes. Well, if I'm in places with people, I get recognized sometimes 3 to 4 times per day, which is kind of crazy nowadays. And I really like the Namibian people, but I've had people following me in a car because they saw me driving and just followed me until I stopped. And I had people waiting outside the place I was staying, hoping that I would come out. So it's starting to become a little bit crazy. And yeah, to be able to do my solo journey, I think it's better that I just keep my location a little bit hidden. Otherwise, it's going to change the whole journey, I think. But anyway, we'll see what happens. It's kind of part of how these type of things are going, I guess. Anyway, I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, maybe another thing I should address. A lot of people seem to think I'm still in South Africa, and they're warning me about the situation in South Africa and whether I am aware of the situation. And also a lot of people are sending me concerned messages about floods in the Netherlands and Germany and stuff. And I even had some people asking me why I am not talking about what's happening in South Africa. So I just want to say a few things about this. Of course, I know what is going on. Well, on the news, I am such a news junkie. I'm so addicted. So I watch the news, I check the news every single day, all sorts of international news. So don't worry, I am always pretty aware of what's going on in the world, and especially if there's something happening closer to where I am, then obviously local news, you hear that and people talk about it and that sort of thing. But my channel is of course not a news channel, so I'm not going to discuss what's happening in the news unless, I don't know, I'm really there or something like that. Yeah, and I think I was just checking the news, and I don't know about your news channels, but it's all pretty grim nowadays, and there's just so much um, bad things happening in the world, and negativity and fear, and well, I don't have to explain it, but yeah, mainstream media is pretty grim. And it's also one of the reasons why I want to, my videos, I want them to be a moment where, you can just dream away, and you can just join me for 20, 25 minutes riding a motorcycle and enjoying the scenery and going on adventures. So I try to also, yeah, how to say, what did I want to say now? I wanted to make a point. Um, but yeah, maybe so that's also like one of the reasons why I don't feel like it's the place for me to talk about COVID and all of that. Everybody is talking about it all the time, and all the time on the news. So I don't want my channel to also be discussing that, and I think it's much nicer to have a place where you can come and just relax and listen to some nice music while watching some nice drone footage and just feel good. I think we also need a place for that, or at least that's how I think about it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that doesn't mean that I don't have no clue on what's going on and that I don't feel for all the people that are affected. I really do. But yeah, I don't think the videos are the place to talk about it like that. Does that make any sense? Um, Zane Volker, you're missing an epic sunset, Norali. Where? No, there's no epic sunset here. Maybe where you are. But it is getting dark soon, so yeah, maybe I should turn some lights on. Actually, maybe I should have done that already. But anyway, let's see. If it gets too dark, then let me know. Um, Talisman Mojo says, on that point, which drone are you using? Yeah, so I get a lot of questions about my filming, about the drone, how I do those drone sequences while riding. It still seems to be a big mystery to a lot of people, whereas for me, I've been doing this for so long, but I always fly the drone manually, so I don't use the follow me mode or whatever. It doesn't really work very well. So I fly it manually with one hand while riding my motorcycle with the other hand. That's how I do it. It takes quite some practice. But all of these things, so all of the other questions about which cameras I use, how I store my footage, how to upload, all of that. Last year, I've spent months working on an online course, which you can find now on the Itchy Boots Academy, yes, on my website, where I explain everything. Because I noticed I keep on getting the same questions all the time about these topics. So I decided to just create an online course, and there you will learn everything, and I'll show you everything, exactly how I do it, how I edit. All of those questions are answered in there. So yeah, I'll just refer to that for now, or at least, well, you know now how I do the drone, but yeah. Okay. Oh, wait. Now I missed a question. Somebody said, now it's gone. What do I think of the African language? Well, there is not really an African language because there are so many languages. I think Namibia has, correct me if I'm wrong, 11 official languages, and South Africa also something like that. So yeah, all the tribes have different languages, and then maybe you're referring to Afrikaans. That I can understand quite well because it's very similar to Dutch, of course. But all the other languages, I do not understand one single word. All right, Mac Smith, you're a rock star. Thanks, Mac. All right. Martin Moss says, what happened to the fuel tank upgrade for Savannah? Well, that never happened. I also talk about this in my blog on Savannah. I ordered the bigger fuel tank. It never arrived still. So that's, how long is that ago? 4 or 5 months or something like that? I can't remember. And it had to be imported from Europe, and it's still not there. I've had some subscribers offer me to send that tank, but it will be the same. Its shipping just takes forever, and it sits at customs, or I don't know where it sits, but it just doesn't get here. So yeah, but to be honest, I'm totally fine. I just have to properly plan my fuel stops and make sure that I know exactly, okay, where is the next stop, and can I make that, yes or not, or yes or no. But so far there hasn't been one place that I couldn't reach because of the fuel. So in the end, my range is large enough to just go wherever I want to go. I just have to be a little bit conscious of where I'm going and if I'm going to make it or not. All right, let me go back to some of the questions that were asked previously, because I sorted them. Let me see. Okay, so I already said that the planning wise, all the questions about my plans, I can't answer any of them because I have no idea myself. And then, this was a nice question. I like this one from Divani. Says, hey Noralie, would love to hear 3 biggest lessons you've learned in life through traveling in different countries. I quite like that question because I thought of 3 answers and I've already forgotten them. But I think one of the main things that you'll learn is that the world isn't such a scary place. And that's maybe hard to believe, especially now when you just watch the news. But still, in my experience, there are always more good people than bad people, and yeah, I don't know why, but I don't know how to explain this, but yeah. Okay, now I'm stuck. I wanted to say something else. I think it's more because I got some other questions. A lot of people are very worried and concerned about traveling alone and whether I carry weapons and that sort of thing. But I always think that if you have so much fear for other people, then you will never go on an adventure like this. And if I would have to walk around with weapons, it wouldn't even cross my mind. I mean, I'm from the Netherlands. We don't really do guns and that sort of thing. That's not how we do things. We don't carry guns or knives or whatever. So to me, the question if I carry a weapon is just totally, that's a different world than the world that I live in. And but I think if that's the way that your mind is going, that you have to be afraid of every person that you meet and that you have to be on your guard all the time. I mean, of course you have to, keep your eyes open, but I don't think I live my life from fear. And because if I would, I wouldn't be able to enjoy what I do. And if you have to be afraid all the time, how are you going to see the beauty of everything around you? So that's just the way I look at it. And by a lot of people, they say that's naive. I don't think that's the case. I think I've seen a lot of the world, and I don't think I'm particularly naive, but I choose to not be afraid, and that is something that it's not everybody understands that, I guess. And that also comes from the whole traveling alone, you know. I'm why would I have to be afraid if I travel alone? I just don't see it, you know. And I just hope that through my videos, more people can also, will see that it's fine, you know. It's not, there's not people laying around every corner wanting to hurt you. That's just not the case, you know. So now I'm going completely off topic. Let's go back to some of the comments. Okay, yeah, so that's also another way. So Spirit Free says, you ever got stranded without fuel or broken down, and what did you do? And that's sort of a question. So yeah, I got a lot of questions about Namibia, but what do you do if this happens, and what do you do if that happens, and what do you do in this scenario? And first of all, I don't think in doom scenarios. That's kind of, actually now I'm going back to the last topic, because trying to think of every scenario that can go wrong, you know, there's always something that can happen which you didn't think of, you know. So you can never prepare for every single scenario. So I don't think that you should do that, because that's also just acting out of fear. And yeah, I don't think that's the way to go, or at least not for me. Of course, you know, I have some, you know, things. So I have a satellite phone. So if I'm in a place where there's no telephone reception, I can always make a phone call. And, you know, for me, that's enough, you know. And then whatever happens, you know, I just have enough trust that I'll be able to figure it out on the spot. And yeah, that's just the way that I go about it. So yeah, I think if you all the time are thinking, but what if this or what if that? I always think, but what if everything just goes right, you know? What if I'm having an adventure of a lifetime, and I'm having the best time, and I see amazing places? So that is my mindset, and that's a bit different from always thinking in the doom scenarios and what could go wrong. As always, or maybe I should also say that, as always, I get a lot of questions about laundry, how I do laundry, how often I do laundry, and that sort of thing, and about emergency toilet stops in the desert. I'm sorry, but those topics I don't really want to go and talk about doing laundry. I really don't want to talk about those type of topics. I don't think that's very I think we have more interesting things to talk about, but that's just my personal view. Graham, oh, now it's already gone. That's always the problem with these live chats, you know. They sometimes they just disappear or something. Jan Koetsen says, love your interactions with people you come across. Is there any way of including more of that? Yeah, I mean, in a lot of the videos, you know, when you see me riding in the desert, there's just not a lot of people, especially here in Namibia. There's just not a lot of people. And in any case, you know, if, you know, I try my best to make every episode interesting. But I'm not going to force anything. So I don't want to go and stop on the middle of the street and stop a person to switch my camera on and be like, okay, now we need to interact because my subscribers want to see that, you know? So I want to keep it real. So I don't want to force anything. And if I meet people and I feel like, okay, this can be included in the video, then I do it. But some of the time I also, you know, I just want to have a conversation with people without having to put a camera in their face. I'm going to put the light on, by the way, because it's getting really dark now. Okay, I hope that that helped. But what was I talking about now? Yeah, and actually also about that. Sometimes it's also really hard, you know, besides the fact that I just want to make the videos as they come and I don't want to force anything. Sometimes I also don't understand how some videos do, because for example the videos that I made in the Kosa community, that was all about the people, it was all about the interaction with the locals, and those videos did very poorly and they got very little views. And even the video with the where I met the guys from the Ocean Conservation Namibia, that video did less, and there was interaction with people, there was animals. So you know, sometimes I also don't really understand why some videos do better than others, and it's very hard to read for me what you guys want to see, because yeah, the times that, you know, I do have interaction with people, then they get very little views, and yeah, so I don't know, you know, I just, yeah, I think the bottom line is I do my best to make every episode interesting, and yeah, I just work really, really hard for all of the episodes. But yeah, okay, well, that's it. Yeah. Please turn light on in your room. Yeah, I just did that. Erik Snoek, weird. Watching your videos like a Netflix series. Oh, I think that's not weird. That's a compliment, I think. Thanks. Andrew Marshall, did your riding training back home help with this latest adventure? Have you noticed your skill and confidence on the bike improve during your epic adventure? Yeah, I definitely think that it helped. I have to say, in this season 5, I have done so much sand riding. And in the end, I do think that I really got a lot better with that. That's just a skill that you slowly have to build up, in my opinion. But I'm sure that all the training that I did in the Netherlands, it also helped. You know, you just get more comfortable on the bike, and yeah, you're just slowly getting better and better, I guess. Doesn't mean that I don't drop the bike ever. I still sometimes do that. Oh yeah, there was a question from who was it again? Where was it? I can't find it now. But it was about the takeouts and the bloopers and stuff. Actually, in this season, I have not have so many bloopers yet. You know, like last time, after season 2, I made a compilation of everything that went wrong. But at the moment, like new things that went wrong, there's not so many, to be honest. Only a few parts that I didn't show yet and want to use for a compilation of crashes, but that's not a lot of material yet. So knock on wood, but it's going pretty okay now. It's getting dark. Yes, it is. Oh, Bella Blitzy says, I absolutely love the Ocean Conservation Namibia episode so much. I've subscribed to their channel. That is really cool. Thanks so much. Yeah, they're amazing guys, and I just really like their videos. And it was so funny because this is something that happens a lot nowadays as well, I think, as the channel grows. But wherever I go, I get so many people saying, oh, you need to do a collaboration with this person because he has a YouTube channel, and you need to meet this person with the YouTube channel. But to me, that never really makes any sense. I would never just kind of contact somebody that I do not know and say, hey, you have a YouTube channel, I also have a YouTube channel, let's meet or something. To me, that's just so awkward. So I just would never do that. So the only reason why the whole video with Ocean Conservation Namibia happened is because we just randomly met. And to me, that's a completely different situation when you just meet someone and you're chatting and then you're like, hey, oh, this is cool. And it was the same for them. Like they would never do a collaboration with a YouTuber just like that either, because they're also, you know, it's just a bit awkward. I don't know. There's a lot of people that do it, but it's just not my style. I'm much more of like accidental meetups. You know, if you just meet someone on the road, you meet in person by accident, then to me, that's completely different than you try to set up something in advance with somebody you don't even know. That, yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. It's just not my style. Um, oh, lighting did not help. Yeah, it is really dark. Maybe this one. I have a lamp here. Does this help? Now maybe now I look like a really scary person. I can't see yet how this looks like because there's a little bit of a delay on the video. Did it help? Well, I think it helped a little bit. Sorry, I'm just okay. Let me go back to some of the other questions. Maybe some that were asked before. Let me see. Oh yeah, somebody asked. Clive Dredge said, "What was it like riding a small bike in soft sand? When we did the desert run years ago, nothing smaller than a 500cc was considered." Yeah, I mean, I can't make the difference. I mean, I do think there's a big difference between riding a bike in soft sand and riding a bike which is fully loaded in soft sand. So all the weight on the back makes such a big difference, and it makes it just so much harder to ride through sand. In any case, you know, and in the end, like the heavier the bike, it also doesn't make it easier. So if your engine is stronger but your bike is much heavier, I don't know how that's going to help you very much. So yeah, but I think it's fine. Savannah's been doing fine in the sand, kind of. It's more me, but all right. Yeah, okay. A lot of people ask me again about my plans. Please watch the video back because, or I mean, the live chat back when I was talking about not having any plans. Yeah, Bud Rider says, "Can you please report the temperatures every day that you ride?" No. Yeah, I know this is interesting, but you know what? I would just, what is much easier for me is if you really want to know what the temperature is, you can just Google the weather forecast in the country that I am, and then you get a pretty good idea. It's just, I'm sorry, but I have so much always on my mind, getting all my cameras ready, doing all the filming, finding my way, watching traffic, you know. If I make a traffic violation, I get a lot of comments on that, that as well. And I'm always riding on new places. It's already so much that if I also have to mention the temperature and look it up online, what the temperature is, it's just, sorry, no can do. Okay. Let me see. Let me Google that for you. Yes, thanks, Nick Fountain. Please just Google the temperature for me. I can't do it. All right. Glenn Tyler, you seem to have a fairly easy time purchasing a motorcycle in South Africa. Do you know if buying a motorcycle in South Africa is generally easy for foreigners? Did you contact them in advance? Well, I wouldn't say it was really easy. I did not contact them in advance. I just knew that it could be done. But yeah, it's still Savannah. I could not register Savannah on my name as a foreigner. So exactly the same thing as what I had in India. When I bought the Royal Enfield, I also couldn't register that on my name. So that's kind of normal if you come to a country as a tourist, then it's always a little bit difficult with the papers. But yeah, in the end, you just have to persevere and get it done. All right. Let me see. Oh. Christian Romano, most streamers focus on the super chat questions, just saying. Oh, I am completely, how do I see that again? I don't even know where I'm looking. Wait. Where did I see that again? Super chat. I actually wanted to switch off the super chat, but I don't know how to do that. Um, I don't know where to see that. I don't know. I don't know. I can't see it. Oh, here. No. Oh no. Now I inserted an ad. Oh no. Sorry. That was an accident. I don't know how to remove it. Okay, never mind. Hi Norlie, what is your local time now? It is 6:30, so that also means I'm halfway through the live chat. I'm going to stop just before 7 because then I'm getting some food to my room. And so then that's it. I'm gonna eat dinner. Uday6123 says, can you post the link to the hotels that you stayed to? Something like an itinerary. Yeah, I often get this question, and most of the time I don't do that because it makes it look like I am being paid to stay at a hotel and promote it. That's kind of the whole result of influencers, and it's just not the way I do things. It's not kind of my, I don't want my channel to be a marketing channel for hotels, if you know what I mean. So if I start put the link of the place, then I know that people will say like, oh, but you're being paid to promote this place or whatever. So that's why I don't do that. That's basically it. I think it's just nowadays, with influencers and all of this stuff, it becomes really difficult actually if you're not doing these deals, to kind of explain that or something like that, It was the same in the beginning when I started riding the Royal Enfield. People were like, they are paying you and it's all fake, and it's I was just like, really? No, even when my channel became really, really big, they didn't pay me. So that's just, but yeah, a lot of people have that in their minds, and I can understand it as well. But if it's not the case, then I'm just don't want to do that. Okay, what do we see now? Oh dear, there goes the whole chat. Oh wait, now I see super chat. See? Oh, thank you, Gregory Lewis. Hey, Noralie, thanks for the videos. All the best. Thanks a lot, Gregory. Okay, sorry, a lot of people about the plans. What do you think about the US from Philip Driss? Yeah, I don't know what I think about the US. I don't understand the question actually. Akkershon 278. What Dutch foods, snacks do you miss most? Yeah, somebody offered me to make me a croquette yesterday, and I was like, oh yes, croquette. Give me a broodje croquette. Very nice. Ricardo Germano, when do you plan to continue your trip in Peru? I don't know. I can't say that because I don't know when the borders are open. So yeah, it's just can't answer these questions. ADK DZ. Okay, now this is back to temperatures. Are the Namibia very hot or cold? So yeah, I don't really know the temperatures, but it is winter now here. So I wouldn't want to be in Namibia in summertime. I don't think so, because then, well, I've been told it gets really, really hot, like 40 degrees Celsius or more maybe. And now it's winter time, so that means that during the day it's quite pleasant, and in the morning times it's really quite chilly. But I think in Windhoek, because it has a little bit of altitude, Windhoek is at 1,500 meters above sea level, something like that, 1,200. It's actually cold, and it's around 0 degrees Celsius, as far as I know. Ramblin' Rocketeer, were you surprised by the rubbish found on the seals? I mean, surprised, I kind of knew that it would happen, but I had no idea about that it was so many, that they rescue 600 seals every year with plastic around them, and I didn't know that the problem was so big. So that was really quite an eye opener. Yeah. Um, Tony, no, I lost it. Tony said, "How do you something about the mesh jacket? How do I tolerate it in the heat?" Yeah, so that's the thing. It's not really that hot now because it's wintertime. So I actually have the suit, the Revit suit that I have. It's a 4 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons suit. So it's not like a summer mesh, and I'm really happy with that because it's cold, especially in the mornings. Oh, now I got Steve R6 says, "Do you have a favorite local dish meal so far? The ostrich egg was entertaining. Got my buff neck warmers. Woohoo!" Yeah, that ostrich egg was, and I liked it. It was very nice. I gotta say, in Namibia, I did not get to try any of the like traditional foods or anything like that. It's also the reason why I kind of stopped showing my breakfast in every video because there's just nothing to show. And it was actually in South Africa also. Most of the time, breakfast is just scrambled eggs with toast, bacon, sausage, tomato, sometimes these beans. It's like a very kind of British breakfast most of the time. But in any case, it's just Western breakfast, and it's every time it's just the same. So it's not like an interesting new food that I can show. So I'm just like, it's a bit boring to show every day. Look, I'm eating another egg with toast. I know that there are some interesting Namibian dishes, and I really wanted to try them, but I just couldn't find them. And in most of the like the restaurants or guest houses where I eat, it's all just Western food, I guess, and pizzas and burgers and that kind of stuff. So yeah, where I'm staying now, I'm getting kind of like home cooked food. But yeah, it's also not like something really, I don't know, exotic or anything like that. So yeah, I try my best. If I see something, and I'll film it, but I just didn't come across anything. Well, that was a very long story about that. I sounded like an English person when I said tomato. Really? Thanks. I take that as a compliment. Yeah, my accent has changed a little bit. I got in a little bit of South African twang, I think. And then sometimes I still have some things from my time in when I was working in Australia, and I also lived in the UK for a little bit. So sometimes I have something like that. So it's kind of like a weird mix, but yeah, I still have a bad Dutch accent, I think, even after all this time. I would really have to make an effort to really try to sound like British. But when I'm just speaking, then yeah, you can still hear that I'm Dutch. But hey. Ken Haylock, that made me laugh. All right. Thank you, Gamini Ederishinge. Natalie, you're doing fine. You're a great soul, and keep it that way. Wish you a safe journey always. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I really appreciate all the positive comments again. To be honest, the last, well, I don't know, last couple of weeks, I've just been struggling again a little bit with the whole online community and all the hate messages. And I think I probably touched on this topic in every live chat, and it just doesn't seem to go away for me, even though I try really hard to not focus on all the hate that I get and focus on like the positive. Like, that's kind of my mission anyway in the videos, just focus on what's good, you know? That's the main thing. And even though that's kind of the message that I want to give out, I struggle with it myself massively. And just, yeah, to not let the haters get to me. And, you know, sometimes it feels like I can't do anything right, you know? And that's not, yeah, I don't know. You shouldn't care about these things, but apparently I do still care about it. Or yeah, I just find it hard when people are really, really nasty online. But I guess, yeah, who doesn't, right? Okay. Oh, Matt McPat says, where in the UK? I used to live in Bristol. Yes, absolutely loved Bristol. And I love the accent. I know that you British people say that in Bristol they sound like farmers, I think. But I love that accent and I love Bristol. I had an amazing time there. I was studying at the university there. Um, yeah. Uh, And David Rue, do you like it in the dark? No, not really. I do not. But I didn't really foresee this actually. I should have started earlier with the live chat, but I kind of didn't think about this. That it is so dark. But I don't really have much other light. I'm so sorry. But yeah. I'm happy that the connection is relatively okay. You have no idea how hard it is to get proper internet. I got some questions about that as well. And so about the internet, almost every day, I think on this whole season 5, there have been only a few days, very few days, where I had absolutely no internet. And all the other days I've had at least a little bit of internet, like enough to send a WhatsApp message or to like read the news. But not enough, like by far to either do something like this or even upload videos. I've been struggling with uploading videos like you would not believe. I'm spending massive amounts of money on buying data so I can upload on data because the Wi-Fi is usually just terrible. Now I'm just really lucky, so the Wi-Fi in this place was so good that I was like, I think we can do a live chat. I think we can do a live chat. And I've also managed to upload a video here on this Wi-Fi. So that's pretty amazing. But normally it's just not possible. And I just have to buy big data packages. And it's really expensive in Namibia. The locals will know you can get some bundles or whatever, which is cheaper, but I couldn't get that on my local SIM card and blah, blah, blah. It is really expensive. That's basically the bottom line. But anyway, I still have managed to get all the videos out, so that's the main thing. Desert Child says there is a couple of restaurants in Windhoek that specialize in traditional Namibian food. Just Google them. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, the thing is, I've already been to Windhoek and I don't think I'll go there again, especially because it's all kind of like locked down around Windhoek. So yeah, but I hope that to find it somewhere else. Oh, okay. What did I say about the internet? That was really amazing. Now it's gone. Okay, there we go. All right, yeah, maybe I should also answer this question. I wasn't planning to talk about this topic at all because I think it's also rather a personal thing, maybe, which is about being vaccinated. And I was like, no, I don't want to say anything about it because then you get all the, I don't know, then I will get hate for getting it or not hate for not getting it. I don't know, you see my point? But yeah, I got vaccinated, so there you go. I got the AstraZeneca vaccine. So yeah, I thought I should do that just not only for myself, but also for people that I might meet on the road. So that's that. Thanks, Korean Philip. Ignore the haters. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying. You know what I find interesting? I'm pretty sure that you are from India, Satira Nayan. How do you manage long hours without any back pain? I have a feeling that it's mostly riders from India that are always asking me how to prevent back pain and if I get any back pain. I really wonder why that is. Maybe because, yeah, and I don't know. Why is that? But no, I don't have any back pain. So, and I don't know what to do about back pain. Yeah, I don't know. I do find it interesting. I do really find it interesting. Um, oh, I'm getting so many lovely comments now. Yeah. Yeah, see, so yeah, see, now I already regret saying it. Now somebody says vaccination is more risky than the disease itself. I should not. That's the thing. Also with all the things that are happening now. You can't win, and I don't want to run these discussions on my channels. That's basically why I try to avoid it, because you just can't win. It's just. I think there's many places where those discussions are being held, and I don't want to do it on my channel. But anyway, now I said it, so there you go. All right. Jill Theft. How do you decide on the music for your videos? That's a good question. The music is very important to me, or for the videos. I always really spend a lot of time trying to find music that is suitable. And I always just think about, when I hear the music, I always feel like, what is the mood? Like, how does the music make me feel? And then I try to fit that with how I was feeling at the moment that I was filming that particular part. And that's how I try to fit it together. Juan Sena says, Itchy Boots, I guess you just have better posture. Yeah, maybe. Or I think I'm just used to it. I ride so much all the time. My whole body is just adjusted to sitting on quite a hard seat. I mean, Savannah is not the most comfortable seat, I think, but it doesn't bother me at all. I think I'm just used to it after all the riding. Okay, maybe I should go back to some of the questions that were asked previously. Oh yeah, this was another one. Frank Pristov said, I am impressed with your riding skills and the performance of the bike. Thank you. Also, Savannah says, thank you. Do you really ride alone? Yes. Yeah, of course I do really ride alone. What question is this? And then I had a question from Mohammed Al-Hasnawi. How much planning did you make before your trip in South Africa? How much of your trip is improvised? Questions from my wife, Nina. Well, say hi to your to Nina. No, the South Africa thing was quick decision. I heard like, hey, South Africa is open. And I immediately booked a flight. And the next week I was in Johannesburg. So that was just really quick. And then I was like, let's just try and see if I can make some videos again. So yeah, and just now, I always, in the morning, I do obviously have an idea of where I'm going to go that day. It's not that I just ride in the morning and have no clue where I'm going, of course. That would be a little bit stupid, maybe. So I always make a plan for that day. Like, okay, this is where I want to reach. I can see how many kilometers they are. But that's it, really. And then just, take it day by day, I think. Sigilai Lawrence says, do you do the oil changes yourself? No, because it doesn't make any sense to me. You still have to go to a shop to buy the oil. You need like a bucket to retrieve your old oil, and you need to dispose it properly in a place. So all these things, I have to go to a bike shop anyway. So I really don't see the point in wanting to do it myself if I'm there anyway. And most of the countries where I go to, the mechanic bill is usually not very big. It's not very expensive. So I just let them do that. Now I lost it. Somebody says, can I join you with my bike? No, sorry. I am a solo rider. Not because I don't have any friends. I think I have a lot of friends. All of you. But it's because that's just my thing. That's what makes me happy. To be just with my bike. And that's it. Just in nature. Mostly. Yeah. Oh. Tiluan Travel says, hey Norli, you have inspired me and I'm selling everything and I'm going to motorcycle vlog on YouTube. Do you have any advice? Best advice, get my motovlogging course and then you'll be an excellent motovlogger. No, my advice is to just go and do it and have a great adventure and go out there and you'll be fine. Oh, we got a marriage proposal from Michiel. No, thank you. I don't know you. so awkward. Oh, spirit free. You're my friend in spirit. Thanks. You too. Okay. Nomad. Did you use a carnet on previous trips? Yes, I used a carnet de passage in the season 1. But since then, not anymore, because in all of the Americas, you don't need a carnet de passage. And you need it in some African countries, I think from Kenya onwards, up north, and Western African countries. But in the south of Africa, you don't need a carnet de passage. So I don't need that. Oh, Blade 347 is also a loner. I feel you, man. All right. Oh, Fiona. Okay, very good. Okay. Oh, one question here. Cyclist says, do you have an ambition to ride in every country in the world? Not really. It's not, for me, it's not about ticking off countries, and that's not my goal. If I somehow could ride a motorcycle in every country in the world and it would happen, it would be absolutely amazing. But it's not my goal. I rather see beautiful places than just ticking off like countries. Doesn't really make sense to me. Ooh, yeah. Franciscus says, alright, it's in Dutch, but he says, how much does your luggage weigh? And did you ride more or less? Oh, did you start to ride with more or less? I honestly don't know how much it weighs. My luggage is heavy. I carry mostly camera equipment, spare parts, tools, and a little bit of clothes. That's it. But still, it weighs a lot. My guess would be it's about 30 kilograms. But it's a rough guess. I mean, I haven't put it on the scale, so I don't know. About creativity says, how do you find places to stay? I get this question a lot, so I wrote an entire blog on it. So please check that out on my website, then you get like the whole story. And I don't have to tell the whole story again now. Okay, let me just go back to some of the questions that were asked before as well. Let me see now. I had one more question about... Okay, no, this I already said. CSI Auto Details says, good morning, how do you find all the dirt roads tracks? Any specific app or just maps? I mean, in Namibia, it is so easy because you just know that the main roads, they are tar, the A roads, or the B, I think. But anything smaller, it's already dirt, like almost 100%. So I don't really have to plan it or whatever. You just know that all of that is just dirt road. They just mainly have dirt roads in Namibia, so it's never been easier to look for dirt, really. So yeah, I don't have a special app for it or whatever. But I mean, you can look on Google Earth and look at it. But normally I just don't have the time to plan every ride like in that type of detail. I just don't have the time for it. I just go and yeah, in other countries, what usually my tactic is to just look at the smallest road on the map and take that. And then, often it's dirt, or hopefully it's dirt. All right. Oh. Thanks, Bobby Atanasov. Oh yeah, Jerry Kavatsky. Oh, there's my food. Okay, 1 second. I'm just gonna get my dinner. Thank you.
No, it's good for you. It's perfect. Thank you. When I'm going to eat breakfast, I'll be 7 o'clock. All right.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. I told you my dinner was coming at 7. Okay, now I can show you what I got. So they prepared for me and then drop it in the room, which is excellent. Oh, wow. So I got an interesting combination of things. Okay, how can I show you? Can you see this? Okay, I'm gonna hold it up. Yeah, then we got the food thing covered as well. Look. Sandwiches and vegetables and some, what is it, ribs, I think. All right. Maybe I should just pick like a few last questions and then I'm going to end the video. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, Frederick Lund, you need a bigger fuel tank. Look for Acebis. No, that's the one that I ordered months ago. So I know about this, ordered it, doesn't get here. So that I don't want to talk about the fuel tank anymore. I just have to deal with those fuel bladders. People have asked me about those fuel bladders, like which brand it is, but I don't like them. But I just don't have another option. But I'm managing. Oh, I'm getting bon appetit. Yes, it looks good, right? It looks pretty good. Okay. Okay, I'll answer this question. Alfie Mbra, will Savannah be going home with you? No, that will not be the case, I think, because of the paperwork. So I think that's pretty impossible. I don't really know what I will do with Savannah. I've had several offers to buy Savannah, like people that wanted to buy Savannah, but I kind of felt offended a little bit. I don't want to sell her. I mean, you know me, if you've been following this channel for a while, I get very attached and I don't want to sell her and I don't want anyone else to ride her. She's mine. But at the same time, I don't really know yet what to do with her. But I will just figure it out. And, I don't have to have all the answers. That's what I always think. I don't have to know all the answers now. I'll just figure it out as I go because, that's the whole thing. Since I don't know where I'm going, to me, it doesn't really have as much point in thinking too much about this topic anyway, because I don't know where I'm going to end up. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. There's somebody else. Another lady at my door. Okay, I really gotta go because they want something from me. I don't know what they want. Okay, I'm gonna end now. Thank you so much for joining this live chat. It's been a really long time. I'm terribly sorry about the super terrible bad lighting. But yeah, that's just the way it is. That's what happens when you try to do this on the go and on the road without time to properly test all of this stuff. What else? Tomorrow is going to come out my next video where I ride through the Messam crater. It's one of my personal favorites. Really love that ride. It's absolutely stunning. So don't miss out on that one. And just thank you so much for being here. And I see a lot of people even made donations, which is super awesome. I can buy more internet and upload videos. So thank you so much. And it was just really nice to do this again and see all the people in the chat. And it's just been really, really good. So thanks a lot. Take care. Look after yourselves and your families. And ride your bike if you can. And then I'll see you next time. Bye. End stream. Ends.